Arkansas. There's
Nothing there.
there's nothing.
Yeah, dude, there's nothing there. I mean, not nothing, but like, no, again, no major offense, but it seems like a boring place to be, all things considered. At least I could say that it's the kind of nothing that doesn't just eat tornadoes in the face like Kansas does. Hello, Max Park, how you doing? But I feel like Kansas is kind of cool for some of the things it has going on for it. Like, Arkansas is just forgettable. It has... The only thing I can think of with Arkansas is that there's a lot of people there who run for president.
I believe the command you're looking for, Baylor, is spooky.
Baylor. What is up, Baylor, in Jace's chat? Also, what is up, Zwokero in Jace's chat? I'm not looking at your chat. I just know both of them were there because you said something. I've got 3 votes, and New Hampshire is winning over New York. No one has voted for New Jersey or New Mexico. The only person I expect to vote for New Mexico necessarily.
Are there any other news?
No. Well, so New England is a region.
No. I mean like states.
New
York, New Jersey, New Hampshire, New
Mexico.
There
are 4.
Well, that works out really well.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I was best state of these 4, and I put in New Hampshire, New Mexico, and I'm like, I'm gonna change because I was gonna have Ohio, and I'm like, let me just do all the 4 of the news. So I changed Ohio to New Jersey and then threw in New York. That's what I did. Anyway, we're gonna start the game. How is everybody? I mean, so this is the second stream I've done since I was on my vacay, but I mean, I'm doing okay. It was friggin' hot all month. Weird. So in that sense, it was miserable regardless of where I was. Even if I was in New England, it would have been
game
miserable.
Audio sounds weird. Why does the game audio sound weird? Because it's
they had a heat wave.
Not in my headphones. That's why the game audio sounds weird.
I got a lot of salmon. Holy shit.
So...
Got a lot of chicken.
Please tell me these guys aren't all dead. Okay.
A lot of...
They're not, but there are certainly less of them than there should be.
Cause it's less of them there should be. Yo.
Okay, so I need to go
Boy.
collect a bunch of wheat, I suppose.
The wheating.
A lot of bread.
You need bread? Go and get that bread.
I'm working on getting that bread.
Yo, the bready. I'm taking my way through the mines.
I suppose I do actually kind of need to respond to the text message from my boss, but I really don't know how to respond or...
Your boss. I mean, you can figure it out after stream. Get some food. Oh, are we gonna have the not that chat gives a rat's ass. Are we gonna have the fajitas?
That was the plan.
Yes. The adobo chicken is really good. By itself is probably still pretty good, but I mean, in a fajita. Like,
I do gotta get up at like fucking 6 in the morning again, so.
You are absolutely never going to get Mexican food to replace Italian in the hierarchy, but you're doing a good job.
Doing a good job of making it compete.
Yeah, yes.
Well, damn right, dude.
I think honestly
helps that I know good Mexican food.
Well, I mean it comes down to, for me, it's like, if my favorite foods are all either Italian or Japanese, and then somewhere in the list of like, man, this is kind of goated, you find like, you know, your Lebanese or Greek Mediterranean, your friggin' Mexican foods, Chinese, things like that. Those come later on the list. Means that it's just gonna happen to not really probably be able to take the top spot. But
right.
Obviously, it's different for everybody, though.
I mean, that does also still depend, because, like, I'm sure there's a ton of, like, traditional Hispanic foods that probably never had before. Granted, there's also a ton that I am not even gonna try. Like, no thanks.
For what, Hispanic
Who is
food?
making all these comments that I'm not seeing? What are you talking about?
Am I audible? I don't know if that's what they're asking about.
You're audible. Could say something.
Yo.
You are not audible.
Oh, that's why. Yep, that's what they were asking. Audible.com.
But he said seeing, not hearing.
Yeah. Well, it could be the fact that they're confused by the fact that you're talking to no one. Wow. Wow. I can't believe...
No, you were, like, on and off audible.
Oh.
Who am I talking to? I'm talking to Bulb. What do you mean?
You're just talking to yourself.
Okay. Apparently, if you click away to a different tab inside of Discord, OBS can't see the fucking window anymore.
Yeah.
And I had to click away to look at my schedule real quick just to make sure that I was actually, 6 a.m. and I didn't click back. So excuse me for leaving Bulb, like, muted for you guys for, like, a minute.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You made it sound like there was, like, blank spots in fucking chat, like shit was being weird on YouTube side.
YouTube side.
Oh, potato ended. It's back to normal now.
The joke's on you, yeah. Knock down the walls. It's a lot. You.
Okay.
The funny thing about all that is
such an ass about it, Zakiro.
Dude, who the F are you talking to, dude? You're talking
he
to
said,
yourself?
who's making all these comments that I'm not seeing? Like, again, sarcastic motherfucker.
My chat is probably going to be the effectively dead one today. It's just Max Park.
This is true. YouTube is stupid, so
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
That's why we love it and spend so much time streaming on it.
Well, so what I would say is, having learned how to balance between getting the audio sources for you and Skoggle, I just naturally came to the conclusion of, I need to make sure my Discord is tabbed correctly anytime I'm streaming and I have voices in chat.
This is something that I knew, but it's also just completely fucking stupid that it's so, like, antsy about it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I heard a pop. Pop, pop. Alright, there we go. The funny thing I've always noticed when it comes to Discord is that whatever you do is always going to have an impact. Discord does not like... It communicates well with certain things, but it's not the kind of thing that's going to automatically adjust to what you're trying to do all the time.
Right.
So, always be wary, I guess, when using the Discord of what it does to the rest of the things you're using.
Discord likes being a problem.
Yeah, I mean, it's a worthwhile problem to have, but I did think of this earlier, like, if somebody were to, like, the things I take for granted kind of I use for free, there are only a couple of things I would still keep using if I had to pay for them that I currently use for free. One of them is Discord. I don't know that I would be able to resist it. Hi, Keenan. How you doing? How you doing?
Oh, if you had to pay to use Discord, like, at all, because I know they do have paid level system,
Nitro.
basically. Yeah. Like, I wouldn't.
That's fair. I mean,
I'd find a different app.
I would probably make a venture in all honesty, like, not just cold turkey, but be like, yo, I'm migrating away. But I mean, actually, no, I probably would have to because no one else I would know would use it. 1, 2, 3. 4,
Oh yeah, no, like there'd
5,
be
6,
so few
7,
people actually
8.
using Discord at that point if you had to pay for it.
Yeah.
That even if you were still willing to pay for it.
Yeah. Well, okay, I also
it just wouldn't be worth your time because everyone else would be like, nah, dude, like.
The tiering systems would be interesting. Thank you for the maid. Because I did think about this too. Is like, obviously Discord would not be able to work well if people had to pay for it. Like, you wouldn't make servers for free. I mean, you would make servers for free, but not if you had to pay for them. But as the server maker, it might be a little bit different than if it was like, you know, the server like a joinee effectively. Somebody joins the server, you could do that for free, but if you want a server, you'd have to pay.
Nitro.
Kind of thing.
Yeah, that I feel the same way, Zuko. Nitro's stupid. I refuse
money.
to use it.
You know what I saw earlier? It's going
completely fucking agree.
You know what I saw earlier is going to be an annoying point, and I'll say, like, not to throw. There's a mutual of mine on Twitter and stuff. I'm not gonna throw him under the bus. When I saw, I was on Twitter earlier and I saw, like, they're saying, yo, very nice of Discord to overcharge my account. And I was like, what? First of all, if your bank account is doing that poorly that Nitro killed it, you got some problem. But because it's not that expensive. Nitro. But the second thing is, like, why the hell are you paying for Nitro if you can't afford it? Like, if you are already doing poor off, like, I could see if it was, like, out of context, so this person just had a huge payment they made, and they like, kerfuffled their stack of money. But I know that this person is not someone with the money to spend. And so I'm like, yo, the hell you doing paying for Nitro when you're not rich? But I don't know.
It's secure. Yeah, Discord barely fucking works as is. I'm not paying just to customize my damn profile picture. I completely agree, Zokiro.
The problem with Nitro is
completely
such a
fucking
nothing.
agree.
Such a nothing.
No, I appreciate to a certain degree the Nitro boosts for servers and some of the fun things that can kind of come along with that. But I also don't have the time of day to sit here and create an entire fucking sticker pack for my server for people to be able to expand with the Nitro boosts. So what are you boosting my server for if you're going to come in and boost my server? Nothing. You're not unlocking new abilities for us, really, because I'm not going to use half that shit. The server's there for people to share memes and chit-chat and kind of interact as part of the community. Not to fucking be Discord meme lords, like...
Well, I mean, like, as a proper business, maybe the Nitro is worth it on your Discord server because you're just trying to get people, like, you know, to use it. But I'm not gonna pay just to have the minor perks that come with Nitro. Like, I don't pay for YouTube Premium. There's no way in fuck I'm paying for Discord Nitro. We got a couple votes for New Jersey. Oh, hello, sir. What's up, Boba the Hater? We got some.
And like,
votes
if I was in a position to kind of get like, or to be able to make use of paid functions, right?
Yeah.
On Discord, I would rather just do that through like Patreon or something, where people pay on Patreon and they get special privileges that I've like come up with and coded up myself on Discord instead of Nitro functions.
But yeah, as it stands, I'm thinking like actually kind of racking my head on like what would I use if it wasn't free, and it's like almost nothing. Like there's a few things that they've hooked me where I'd probably pay for that, but in all honesty, like it's still my bills outside of the standard, like, you know, the rent, insurance, utilities, phone service type stuff. The only things I'm willing to pay for at the moment are Spotify. Actually, no, just Spotify, because the other thing I'm thinking of is my renter's insurance.
That's basically it for me, but I can't not have Spotify. Like, the amount of my life that is listening to music, I can't not have Spotify. Listening to music keeps me sane. Like,
I suppose so. I mean, you could kind of emulate that through YouTube Premium, but it's not the same. Spotify makes everything so much easier and better. The only problem is Spotify doesn't have everything. But they have almost... They have pretty close. Like, to an entire categorization. Like, anyone who's making music in the West has their shit on Spotify. So, really, what I don't usually see are things that are locked up in weird contracts because they're, like, a specific thing from an anime, like, 20 years ago.
oh, yeah, no, like,
or...
I find, like, weird solo artist number 3, 146,000 or whatever on fucking YouTube. They probably have a Spotify. Like, no one's ever heard of this person. They have 12 listens on Spotify, but they have songs on Spotify. I'm not paying to have the ability to have the app play the song that I fucking clicked on. You're not paying for the ability to listen to that song. You're paying for the ability to download that song to your phone and listen to it whenever the hell you want, internet or not. Make playlists and share them with people. Like, Spotify does so much more than just that. Like, they have all the lyrics, they have all the fucking playlist functionalities, they have like this whole like complex algorithm that
Spotify
generates a playlist based off of your tastes.
They also have exclusive podcasts.
Keeps you up to date on the tour dates of your favorite bands in addition to everything else. You're paying like $11 a month for way more than just listening to music. So I'll disagree with you on that one, Zokiro. It's like, no, sorry.
Dude,
Spotify is in fact good enough.
Free Spotify is abysmal.
On the mobile version, if I click on a song, it doesn't play the song. Yeah, that fucking does. Like, what? Like, maybe for you, maybe you're having issues with it.
Free Spotify doesn't do that. It'll sometimes play the song. What I've ever experienced is Spotify on mobile is like pre-getting Spotify Premium. You would get some songs that you might want to listen to, and you try to put them in a playlist or something, and they don't really work because you're gonna listen to a bunch of ads, and
you're not allowed to understand shuffle.
You're not allowed to understand shuffle.
It puts you up. Oh, you're not. Dude, you're complaining about the free version of Spotify.
That's what I was saying. He's complaining about free Spotify.
On the free version, you can't take off. You have to stay on shuffle, and you have ads. You pay to get rid of the ads.
Yep.
And you pay to have to be able to unshuffle. Yeah. But
I mean, it's literally better because I can't just afford to buy every CD for every band I want to listen to and try.
Yeah, no. 11. Good God, if I was to purchase all of the music that I want, and PC version doesn't have to. Well, I don't know what makes the difference between the PC and mobile version then, but like,
1, 2, 3.
If you don't want to be stuck on shuffle, and you want to listen to just your playlist and not 30 extra songs before you're allowed to loop your playlist, then
2, 3, 4.
Pay the $11 a month.
7, 8. Who do we?
I think Bulb and I probably disagree on this one a little bit, but I gladly pay the $13 a month for YouTube Premium.
Oh yeah, I absolutely disagree. Only because I just don't care to spend that money on skipping the 30 seconds of ads all the time.
But I watch so much YouTube that it's worth it. Like the time saved not watching ads is equivalent to.
For me, it's almost worth it, but not quite, kind of thing with YouTube Premium. It would only be worth it for me if I felt like having the ads...
What the fuck is happening?
...was actually taking considerable amounts of time. But usually when I'm watching... Because I like to listen to long-form content on YouTube a lot. Rarely do I get stuck with the ads. On shorts, watching my own short or any other stuff, you encounter ads every once in a while. I'm full. And when it comes to other things like for an example, like it is annoying and it is obnoxious, but like for me, what is it? YouTube is like $13, you said?
Logan, I can't believe I have to say this, but I think my mouse just crashed.
Your mouse crashed. Was the auto click?
Yeah. Just use an ad. No, I'm sorry. I'm not just going to use an ad blocker because I want all of the extra functionality that comes with Spotify, and you don't understand. More than half of my time in a given day is listening to music. That is worth $11 a month. By far.
I would not want to admit this, but I would pay $20 a month for Spotify. I would not, however, pay like $3 a month for fucking Twitter. The what is it? The Twitter. What's it called? The one where you get the check mark.
Yeah, it would be Twitter. Talking about YouTube? Oh, no. YouTube, fine. Yes, ad blocker, maybe.
Yeah,
but
dude. Well, I also watch YouTube on my phone a lot, and you can't.
It's still worth my time. I think like, again, I spend so much of my time on YouTube too. Like that's the other half that's not music.
I think it's reasonable to spend the money. I just don't particularly feel the same way with YouTube. Some things like Nitro, I just say like, I don't know the fuck you want to spend that money for. I am also kind of a little cheap though. I will not if I see Doritos and the Walmart version and the Walmart version is a third of the price of the Doritos, I'm definitely buying the Walmart version, regardless of if I think they taste a little bit better. Most people have a very different opinion on that, but
yeah.
The people that have a different opinion on that make it so that Doritos can charge 3 times what Walmart is. Not saying that Doritos makes considerable like killings off of it, but they do make a fair amount of money off the fact that they can upcharge based on the brand.
Yeah.
And I'm just using that as an example. Obviously, there's tons of generic brand versions that are like way cheaper than the regular. But
yeah,
as I said, I'm religiously Catholic and fiscally Jewish. Tomorrow I might not be streaming, but you'll be iOS.
I don't know if you can say that, but I appreciate it. That's funny.
What I said?
Yeah.
I can say that as much as I want. Dude. If I was on Twitch, I'd be able to say it all day long, because people who do that don't get any punishment on Twitch.
Yeah.
No, I'm not even going to say that. People who do that, like, I'm not doing anything that wrong. There are a lot of people who actually, like, support
I can say whatever I want thing, like, in the wise words of, I think it was Daniel Glover, this is America.
Yeah.
Whatever, man. We clearly disagree on the Spotify thing, and probably aren't going to agree.
Yeah, man. Some people.
I think you're wrong. I think you're flat out wrong. Spotify is absolutely more than worth it to pay for, and they really aren't doing anything wrong. They have a fantastic business model that is making them ungodly money. They're doing something right.
I'll say I don't love Spotify when they get into the whether or not we're going to defund or cancel people, but it again compared to
they do that shit sometimes. That's a little annoying, but
compared to literally every other platform, not really a big deal.
Spotify deplatforms fewer people than any other platform I've seen.
Branson, Missouri, hell yeah, dude. I'm glad you're enjoying Branson. I've never been, but glad you're enjoying it.
I'm gonna check on the results of my poll. Oh wow, a whole 6 people have voted.
Yeah, yo. Mine is the same. I've got a tie between New Jersey and New Hampshire with 5 people having voted. Blah. Digging out this area is kind of fun, actually. I'm enjoying getting all of this extra resource.
Hell yeah.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
You know, so
1, 2,
like,
3.
I don't mean to just like call you out unnecessarily, Zokiro, but you do get salty over some weird shit sometimes. Which, again, like, I'm not trying to just pointlessly call you out or some shit, because I know I also get salty over some weird shit sometimes. But it's just
I think with you, Jace, it's more of like you get overly passionate.
Can suck my ass is a weird hill to die on.
Well, I mean, I'm not even gonna say anything against that particularly, because there's a lot of things that can suck my ass. It's just like, I'm usually confused as to why certain people are as passionate about certain things as they are, because to me they make very little difference overall. Like
I get very
it's a priorities game, really.
Heated and passionate about it.
Like
the only thing I get from paying for Spotify is being able to not be on shuffle and that's fair. Like, for you, you're not getting anything extra out of it.
I mean, for me, I literally just do it so that I can listen to music on demand. It's the $11, or sorry, $11.99, because that's what I'm paying, is that part's good enough for me.
Well, obviously, you have ways of downloading things, Zokiro. We all know that this is an option. But I'm also on YouTube right now, and could get myself in trouble with the YouTube overlords if I start advocating for pirating, which is illegal. So...
Pirating is illegal? I didn't know. What? Crazy. Guys,
that's why, like,
literally
every single time someone's like, oh, where'd you get this emulator? I own the fucking game, dude. I ripped my own ROMs.
Yeah, like, I always own my own game when I do ROMs.
Absolutely a true statement.
I always watch anime on Crunchyroll.
Absolutely.
100%, yo. Never heard of Branson, Missouri, so I just kind of like, I have no things to add to poor Keenan's experience, but I gotta assume a lot of times the places that don't get talked about are the ones that are good.
Fucking based.
What was based?
He said, if buying isn't owning, then pirating isn't stealing.
True.
No, yeah, that's why so that is a one sentence. Oh god, shit's falling over. That is a one sentence summary of why I will not buy the Switch 2. Like, and I cannot seem to get that point through to some people. They're like, but that's stupid. You should just buy it and play the games that you want to play on the Switch too. Like, I'm sorry, I can't. I will not. Dude. I won't own my games. They can take it away from me whenever the hell they want if they don't like my opinions, don't like what I'm doing, etc. No. I'm done with Nintendo on that one. Like,
I'll probably end up getting a Switch 2 at some point in the future after they've worked out the bugs of the initial line. I'm not going to support them carte blanche. I had a lot of company loyalty to Nintendo that they have very, very carefully and stupidly squandered over the last couple decades. Like, prior to the Switch, I had no faith in them because the former half of the 2010s was a shit show where none of their games were remotely as good as they used to be, and pretty much anything that they put out was not worth the money. The Switch comes out, that kind of gets solved instantly overnight, and I'm happy with them. And there's obviously things I don't like, usually involving censorship, and I'm willing to at least still partake in certain things because I think that they do a good job, and I enjoy the stuff. Then the Switch 2 comes around, and Nintendo's gonna Nintendo in all the worst ways possible, because they decided they basically just kind of wanted to be Apple, which is the like extremist, like Nintendo extremism exists and it's called Apple. Apple is the most proprietary shitty company for technology of all time. Somehow
Yeah.
you made a company run by Bill Gates that Microsoft, right? Not that bad compared to Apple. I don't know. Bill Gates is one of my least favorite people alive, and somehow I still like Microsoft more than Apple because of just the business practices of Apple tell me that they do not give a flying fuck about actually trying to make people's lives any better when they're using the technology.
It gets so much worse when you actually start looking into it too.
It's super creepy and manipulative.
The entirety of the operating system is Apple, that is stolen code. Yep. Everything. There's not a single speck of any Apple device that isn't fucking stolen straight from some Linux project or from Bill Gates. Like there's a substantial amount of shit that's on Apple products that was just straight up stolen from Bill Gates.
Yep. I mean, I don't like Bill Gates, but
there's nothing he could do about it either because of the entire situation of like one's Unix based and one's C#.
Yeah.
Making lush caves above ground. Yeah. Well, so kind of. Lush caves plus dripstone plus the newest biome being the pale garden or whatever.
Dude, it's crazy too because again, like just saying, you know, one of my least favorite people maybe isn't genuinely enough for people to understand. Guy goes around trying to sterilize large populations that he doesn't want to reproduce, which I think is kind of economically sensible, but ethically sort of monstrous.
Oh yeah, and like
dude's an actual fucking
we've had scientists run the simulations. The planet can support.
Well, okay.
Like tens of trillions of people. Like no, sorry, it will take millennia to overfill the planet. The planet is capable of supporting tens of trillions of people.
What I'm talking about is trying to sterilize people in Africa, which makes more sense because they're incessantly poor and won't stop having kids. That is
a statement.
That, I mean, it's not untrue. There is not a single country in Africa doing very well. There has not been in a long time, basically since the fall of the Ottoman Empire.
Yeah.
They are primarily third world countries. Their populations are insanely durable and reproducing at a rate that nearly doubles every like couple generations. There is tons and tons of room on that continent. It's like it's way bigger than it looks on a map. Because of the way the Earth is shaped, the way that maps portray Africa doesn't actually genuinely accurately size it, you know?
Well, it gets stretched the least.
Yeah, it gets stretched the least. So it is like bulky ass big continent with probably it's going to have more people than Asia soon. Very, very, very not. It's definitely not the biggest because Asia still is, but like by land mass and by population, it's going to take a while for them to actually eclipse Asia's too. But everyone lives in abject poverty. Just about warlords and communists run everything there. You're hard pressed to find significantly more racist civilizations than exist there. Like, everything about Africa is kind of terrible, and I can understand maybe, like, you know, we have population crises
like
in the
you're saying you
opposite
can
direction
understand
of the Western
where
world.
you can understand where his opinion's coming from, but that
Yeah.
it's still like objectively wrong.
I mean, like, shoot, can I just get rid of crime by, like, shooting every criminal in the face regardless of what they did? Sure. Maybe that's not the best way of going about that. Like, it is a considerably bad overreaction to the issue at hand, which is the entire world is undergoing substantial population decline that is going to ruin economies left and right. Except for Africa and a few other little small segments of the world. Iran is a freaking fundamentalist Islamic, practically an ethno state. Definitely, what's the word? The religion controls the government. Theocracy. Yeah, theocracy. Very substantially ethno state, theocracy, all that. You would think, you know, population increase. No. Even places like Iran, there are a few places in the Middle East that are having booms, but overall the world is decreasing in population everywhere, or slowing rapidly, except for in Africa. So it kind of stands to reason that the fact that everyone is cranking babies in the most impoverished place in the world overall. Actually, because you can even extend that to Asia, because the countries in Asia that are doing that are like India, and they are almost entirely poor. They live in like some sort of quasi-socialist society because it's so poor. And well, rather there's a disparity. The wealthy in India are vastly disproportionately a minority in that country and have considerably more than the other people.
What the fuck?
We got a lot of redstone. Holy crap. Sorry if I'm going into too much geopolitics, but trying to describe, I'm not a fan of Bill Gates, and here's why. Even though I can understand in
you went on a little bit of a somewhat uncomfortable rant, but yeah.
Sorry. Best saved for the I was about to say best saved for the paying members, and I was like, I'm not a paying member. What am I talking about? There is no after show. Oh boy. Crazy rock. Blah 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 blah. I don't know how far I'm able to go without making this impractical on myself. But carving out an entire floor is pretty fun.
I got you, Zakir. I heard you. We will
Drink
hydrate.
some water. Dude, I should probably be drinking some water, but I was like, yeah. I came home from the post office and was like ready to not move, despite the lack of having done very much today. Lesson learned for people in the chat. If you take away nothing from my streams, take away that don't be poor and spend money on nitro. Last week I played Sonic Dream Team and it was an amazing game. Dude, I have not played Sonic Dream Team, so I don't know. I did get a bunch of games on sale on the Steam sale, though. Now that I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, and now that I'm in a slightly better situation, I was able to make very good use of those massive sales. 2, 3, 4, 5,
Hell yeah.
6, 7, 8. I got oh, what was the game? I got I think every Homestuck game that exists now. I bought them all for like $3 a piece. They were
Oh
on
yeah.
sale.
my hotkeys, yeah.
Those some sexy keys.
Big Nose commented, if I didn't know exactly how you were doing that, I'd say you were cheating, because I have a hotkey that does my left and right click on the mouse at the same time, which, like, it's so fast I can replace the block that I'm standing on without falling.
That's pretty helpful.
More than one? Yeah, I have 3 hotkeys for Minecraft. So there's the one you were just seeing, which, like, I'll give a full demonstration here. Here's this floating block, right? Bam.
I'm hearing some skeleton noises.
There's also
Yar.
this one. Like, no Homestuck games? Oh, you meant the Homestuck games, not my number of hotkeys. I don't fucking know.
The ones I've seen on Steam, I think there's 4 total. There's Hive Swap 1 and 2. Oh, there might be 5. Hive Swap Act 1 and 2, I have, there's at least 2 or 3 more. They're not very big games, but they're like, yo, they were on sale for $3 kind of thing, $2-3 bucks. I'm gonna get them all, even if they're crap.
Were they?
I have played through 2 of them to some extent, and the one that's kind of a visual novel is pretty funny. And I will probably even try to collab with you on doing it at some point, because it's legitimately kind of insane. Like, there's a visual novel one. I think it was, oh, what one was it? It wasn't a Hive Swap one. The Hive Swaps are point and click, and those are usually not my favorite games. Hive Swap Act 1 I've played a little bit of, and it's like okay. But again, I haven't played enough of it to really know in depth. Oh, what was the one? It was one where it's like you're sort of like plonked into like an alternate storyline involving John well, some of the characters, like you start where the the meteor hits and everything, the events. Or it's like, Dave sent me this game, or Dave sent me this present, and I'm waiting on the copy of Suburb.
Yeah.
It was pretty hilarious, ridiculous stuff. The only reason I even played it, partially, is because Leafy was kind of, Leafy Van Gogh, one of the people I know on YouTube, for his birthday was doing a bunch of, like, we play this game for an hour and Switch. And me and two of his compatriots were voicing characters.
Ah, yeah.
There are several like very
that sounds
story.
like fun.
Yeah, there's very story heavy visual novel type games in the Homestuck world, so it's usually fun if you're able to pull a me and do like the Hatoful Boyfriend-esque kind of stream. Even though, like, I will say this is like visual novel read-alongs are not what get you views on the YouTube.
No, they're literally just there for a fun little short stream, really, right?
Oh, I mean, they don't have to be short streams, but mine weren't. They're fun. I just enjoyed doing it. Would never have played the KFC dating sim if I hadn't done that with Charlie and that for a while. When's it time to order fireworks? Homie don't have money for fireworks, I don't think. Maybe you do, I don't know.
Fuck no.
I can't write it off as a business expense, so I don't really want to buy fireworks. I'm in a weird situation right now. I'm trying to spend all of the money I make on the business to try and make it grow. So the strategy, very much a good strategy to do, is incur enough expenses to where you make very little and don't have to pay significant taxes because you're in growth and expanding, and you're paying money into the business, like in terms of expenses to grow it. And my problem has been, how do I spend the money wisely investing in the business? Because by buying merch and product and stuff like that, or buying packing materials, the packing materials are negligible. It's like $50 probably for like several thousands worth of sales. And I'm only getting so much because my store can only handle so many products at once. But part of that is because I've been running it as like a thrift shopping store to an extent, and there's a lot of really crappy merchandise on my store. I feel like it's worth keeping in terms of it's a CD. It can be on there for $5 and I can store it in my closet. But when eBay has a limit to how many free listings you can have every month, I'm not paying to list something that's not even going to sell. But yeah, I can't afford fireworks. I'll go watch them. Someone else will make them. Fireworks are expensive. I don't know if anyone's looked at those in the last couple of years.
Oh no, they're insane.
It's
ridiculous.
I think the industry probably makes their money off of the fact that people will buy them when it comes time to buy them. The people that aren't me. Because holy crap, man. Like a one of those packs that you might get at the store is $60 for like.
Well, the industry also like makes their money off of the fact that like fireworks are actually properly illegal in a lot of states, and they're absolutely illegal to sit there and make yourself.
Yeah.
So they make a lot of money in that business off of not letting people make their own fireworks.
Dude, my opinion on fireworks is, man, do I like fireworks? Except for when, you know, they're not very good. The ones that I can legally purchase and use are not very good. Like, the fireworks demonstrations you might see at a place where the big kabooms and things pop off, those are not remotely accessible to the general public and where I live.
Which is why I kind of liked south of the border in South Carolina. South Carolina doesn't really have a lot of laws around fireworks.
Yeah.
So this like theme park looking thing like that straddles the border has a fireworks shop
yeah,
literally south of the North Carolina South Carolina borderline.
I remember when we had a North Carolina south of the border and people would go and buy stuff from there.
Well, it is in, like I just said, it straddles the border. It's in both North Carolina and South Carolina.
Oh, no,
they sell fireworks on the South Carolina side of the borderline.
I mean, like, people I would know would go to the south of the border that straddled the North Carolina-Virginia border. And that's kind of insane, because Virginia's a nanny state. They won't let you do anything.
I don't think there is one.
There was at some point, I think, because they would talk about going to Moyock and getting it. Maybe it wasn't called south of the border, but it was the same idea.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Virginia to North Carolina, you run into a lot less freedom on that border.
The actual place south of the border is a one of a kind attraction.
I know. I've driven past it.
Okay.
I remember seeing it on like freaking billboards and signs and stuff for it. It's really cool. Like they have like,
south of the border is only 300 miles away. You're like, yeah, it's definitely on my way.
Well,
the billboards are insane. Or it's along the same lines of like the Buc-ee's billboards. You're like, yeah, yes, thanks for letting me know that this place is 147 miles out. Why is there a billboard for this place this far away? Oh, because it's a one-of-a-kind attraction. Yeah, that makes sense.
People think Buc-ee's is like the shit.
But
I've never been.
I've never been. I'd have to go and see what's up with it. But what I was gonna say, south of the border, like they have some nuts fireworks because, like I said, South Carolina has almost no regulation.
Yeah.
Or laws on that. So you go to the south of the border attraction, which straddles the border. And so you never leave the attraction with your fireworks until you're actually back in North Carolina. And so then you've just legally crossed the border with illegal fireworks. Like the entire business model is genius.
It kind of is, yeah. I mean, that's often how things worked in New Hampshire, from my understanding, because one of the states is considerably more libertarian than almost everywhere in the South. And the other state is considerably more, like, state central power than everywhere in the North. So, you did get some fireworks. Very based, good sir. Very based.
Now, I'm not saying I will, and I'm definitely not saying that anybody should, but, like, if we really, really wanted to, I have some gunpowder.
Hell no. I am not causing an explosion in my house.
Having gunpowder, though, is actually just more fun for, like, if you have a fire going, you throw a handful of it on and watch the sparks. I wouldn't want to waste it on makeshift fireworks that I'd probably blow my hand off with anyway.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Is like I would never try to make homebrew fireworks. That would not be something I would be trying to do. Given that it is like a real profession that you actually need to really know what you're doing.
Yeah, yeah.
Beyond the legality side of it. There's gonna be fireworks.
Nuts.
On the 4th of July.
That's completely fucking wrong.
Red, white, and blue fireworks like diamonds in the sky. Anyone in here familiar with Schoolhouse Rock?
Vaguely.
Vaguely. Sag.
I didn't grow up watching that stuff, so.
They didn't really show it on television, but my childhood was involved having the DVDs for it accessible and available to some extent.
My childhood, when it came to things like that were like culturally relevant / important, involved my parents making a reference to something. And then when I was confused and didn't get the reference, they were like, how have you not seen this? And I'm like, I don't know, guys.
Maybe the people who are supposed
to me.
Yeah.
Like,
have you not seen this? Cell phone. Big cell phone.
But like when after your mom showed me Ferris Bueller's Day Off, my mom did that to me, and I'm like, you have no one to blame but yourself for me not seeing Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Like,
yeah. Schoolhouse Rock, to be fair, was not culturally relevant when I was a kid. He was culturally relevant when my parents' generation were kids, I think. Like 70s. Back when people still understood how things worked in a sort of cohesive.
I think it was still getting
level.
reruns and shit in the early 80s.
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah,
my mom was familiar with it too.
Oh no, I mean like they made it because they it was an ongoing series and they made.
It might have still been getting new episodes in the 80s.
It was probably getting. They have stuff that they went and back and made in the 2000s. They just weren't as good. Like there was a lot of eco rock, and I was like, yo, we're just gonna equate mathematics and known, undisputed scientific facts with propaganda. That's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Not gonna say that anything was specifically wrong, but kind of relevant when you have things about like, oh, the 3 branches of government are the executive, legislative, and judicial, and these are just objective facts that are not disputed. Or your fucking multiplication times tables for the number 3, which is again not disputable. And then yes, propaganda rock, and I'm like, come on, man. I heard slime. I'm hearing a lot of slime, and I don't know where it's coming from. There is a cave somewhere near here, so that might be where it is. But I also may have just not torched the area well enough, and it might be coming from my lack thereof of light levels trying to exceed 1.
Oh, it doesn't matter what the light level is. Slimes can spawn in.
Oh.
Basically all light levels. As long as it's a slime chunk, they will spawn in all light levels.
Interesting.
And otherwise, they won't spawn. The swamp is the only. The swamp biomes are the only biomes that actually have a restriction on light level for slime spawns.
I see. I wonder if Jace chat is having any salty reactions to my random ranting.
My chat's fucking dead.
Dude. Chat's dead tonight. Kind of wild though. It's very hit and miss for Minecraft because if you remember last week.
Last week was like one of the funniest chats I've ever sat through.
It's always possible that everyone is out of town right now. Or
like someone actually getting a little racist with me, which was hilarious. There was poor Dominic just roasted by the 8 other people in chat simultaneously. Like
I didn't see
easily one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
I didn't see any of the other chats in the other streams that week except for my own on Tuesday, and I guess my own on Saturday, which was small anyway because it was a out of place Zelda stream to make up for the one that I missed. But I don't know if you've had anyone coming into stream recently. Ooh, wait a minute.
No, not really. Baylor's new. Said he was going to be here for points. He's not here getting points.
If you want points in my chat, people figured out the shortcut. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8.
Yeah, what's that?
The shortcut is donate to Bulb. And extra shortcut.
Oh, well, I mean, that's not an option for me yet.
I know. The extra shortcut was get Bulb to accidentally misremember how much he was doing and say, yeah, so like I was saying I usually would give people 1,000 points per dollar. That was 10 times what I was actually supposed to be doing, but I made good on that offer because I said it out loud, and based on that, someone had made a hefty donation and is currently the front runner in points, bar none. Like, Max Park will eclipse him someday, but... Oh. That was a hole. I fell a bit. But yeah, Frick, he, or whatever, I think it's Frickety Frackety right now. He donated $55 in one stream. And so,
Yeah, that was wild.
where is Creeper? Creeper is somewhere. Also,
surprised Grand Line's not here giving me grief about something or another. To every Pikmin stream he shows up like, why are you still playing Pikmin? You like, bro.
yo,
I already fucking told you.
how's Pikmin 2 going? Did you beat that?
I have not. I entered the Dream Den and then saved and quit.
Oh, is that the last one you have left?
Mm-hmm. It's the only thing I have left. I have every other treasure.
What day?
I'm on like day 23.
Oh. You're gonna make me look pretty bad.
And I figure, at worst, I'm gonna have to enter the Dream Den a second time. But I entered the Dream Den first thing in the morning, so this will be my last day.
Well, if you got the Pikmin to go back and regroup, like the Pikmin, the potion.
I do. I have like 900 Pikmin.
Oh yeah, you
and I'm going to be going in 20 of each color at a time.
What's crazy is so the Dream Den gets easier upon succession. Sometimes because of if you can beat one of the treasures off of the dude.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can go back and he'll have one less. You can make progress before exiting the cave because if you're able to
you
snag
have to get the treasure to the ship,
I know.
otherwise he will reattach it.
But if he's attacking, depending on what you have, if he's attacking with like let's say fire a lot, and you knocked off one of the non-fire ones, let's say the zapper. The zap one is probably the worst. Poison can be called back, fire can be called back, water can be called back. The zap is instant kill. So if you can take
that will be the
zapping,
one I'm trying to take off of him first, and I'm probably going to do my research and actually figure out what side of him that's on and like pay attention to that.
Yeah, that's how I won. It was because the second and third time I was fighting him, I think, or the third and fourth time I was fighting him, he did not have the zapper. Because I had taken it and freaking absconded some Pikmin with it, gotten it away from him. I'm like, alright, he can't insta-kill me anymore.
And purples are critical for that fight, for when you eventually replay. Because purple Pikmin do impact damage. They are 10 times heavier than normal Pikmin. They actually do damage upon hitting, and it's more damage than just like a Pikmin attacking normally. So by the time you throw all 20 of your purple Pikmin onto the item, you've done more damage in total than if you'd thrown all 20 of your reds on there and just let them attack for a little bit. So you do way more damage way faster. Oh, like, I meant to move my mic a little bit, not like stuff it down my throat.
I will say, guys, you know Jason's new donation stream? Yeah, better not to go bulb front door, yo. Yeah, Jace doesn't do donations. I don't do a donation stream yet either, although I did consider... I'd considered a couple things in the future, not trying to get into speculative without... I mean, it is actually speculative at this point. If I do a donation stream, I would want it to be kind of like one of the people I follow who is not a streamer, who does a 8-hour donation stream, where he picks a charity, like, i.e. like St. Jude, or something like that, or I guess EG, because IE means entirety of examples, but... So, let's say I pick something like St. Jude, and, do a donation stream, get like several $100s for them or something, at best. Where I'm like, do not donate to me, my super chats are turned off for this, please donate to the link. And then I'd have like the bar and everything set up. Cool.
Well, so if you had them donating to the, like, just going to the St. Jude link, we'll use that one as the example.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to gather any information on what's actually being donated.
Yeah, you do. I mean, I'd have to set it up that way, but I think you can,
No, because they're just going to St. Jude's website to donate. That's not going to give you information.
No, but what I'm saying is, like, you can set up a thing where it's like, like, this is under my donation tab thing where we're donating, like, a community donate thing. I don't actually know the mechanics of how it's set up, but everyone I know
there's
has
like an entirely separate. No, okay, so
yeah.
Understand what I'm thinking you're saying, right?
Oh, okay.
Because I understand what you're trying to say now. I thought you were saying like, you literally just give them the fucking link for the website and they go and donate there.
No, because I have to make my own page for it. If I wanna get like, oh, this is what we.
I was like, you can't actually do dono goals like if people are just donating on the website normally.
No, I wouldn't set it up that stupid, because then I like you said, I wouldn't be able to see what's even going on with my chat. It's just like, oh, St. Jude is getting money today. But yeah, that would be...
It is only like, because I think we actually technically fully went live like closer to 6. It's only been an hour. I'm fucking exhausted, dude. I've already used up all of my clay in my terraforming. I'm like, I don't know what to do now.
I don't know. What projects do you have ongoing in Minecraft that you don't need external planning for?
Actually, almost nothing.
Do you need any kind of large-scale amount of material? I have a lot of tough and a lot of deep slate.
Not that I haven't, like, planned for.
Dang, dude.
Like...
Well, all I can say is this project I'm doing is just so long that it won't... Like, I could do this for the next year type of thing, even though I will try to pepper in something else. I mean, at some point, we're probably going to get to a point where we've done most of the things we set out to do, more or less.
And I mean, at which point, if I'm like, okay, I've done everything I actually want to do in this village, like, I'm literally just gonna fly off into the distance and start another base, and just start over from scratch.
From scratchu.
Welcome, Dominic. Yeah, right now I'm struggling, and I still gotta make dinner.
Dude. I mean, I started legit at 6 p.m.-ish. Yeah, I'm only an hour into stream. Hi, Dominic. How you doing? How you doing?
I'm getting off at 8 regardless.
Jace is EP.
I don't care that we started late.
It's okay, guys. For Bulb, even if I end up getting off at 8, you guys have a lot of me this week. Holy damn. I've got the 6th stream. I got the 6th stream schedule. I don't know if I've expressed that to everybody, but Bulbucks over here, he's got streams planned every day of the week up through the weekend, except for Sunday.
I'm just gonna go. Shit.
That was a spoopy there.
Yeah, well, fucking got me.
Spoopers.
I knew it was coming too.
There's some of that.
Watching X-Men 97. Hell yeah, Dominic.
Okay, I do have another section here.
Although I don't think I've specifically heard of an X-Men 97, so I'm not sure what you mean by that. Like, was there is there a movie called X-Men 97, or are you talking about the 1997 X-Men movie? Was there a 1997 X-Men movie?
I think it means the TV show.
Is it a TV show?
Well, the X-Men movies from, like, 20-some odd years ago, like X-Men 1, 2, and 3, back when they started doing those, is like sort of a larger cinematic story. That was after 97, if I'm not mistaken. I think the first one came out when I was
those were like early 2000s, weren't they?
Yep. So, I guess it's possible that there's an X-Men from...
It's a TV show on FXX, okay.
Oh, FXX.
Yeah, I don't know what FXX is, but...
I know what FX is.
Well, hopefully whatever FXX is, he didn't, like, forget an X or something.
Yo. It's the equivalent of Skinamax. You saw the cave. Yeah, there is a legit cave here. It doesn't go on very long though, I don't think. Like, maybe it does. I think it might loop around back to itself. Diamond. Diamond.
Hell yeah.
Diamond. I'm on the diamond
Shoulder
with my
popped
X.
when I moved
my
it.
X. Damn, there's like a lot of diamond there. Where does this go?
To be fair, like...
Oh, lava.
I did get a nap, but... I was yawning like that on the walk home. Like...
Yeah. You had a rough day.
Why not next build an underwater base? So, I'd have to try and find it again, but there's a mountainous ring that I would really want to build my base in.
Oh.
There's a village in the center of like like the mountains form this nice ring. Then they have like ice and snow and everything on top of them. And there's like a cherry forest kind of inside of that, and there's a village inside of that. And it was really fucking cool. I found it last stream. Possibly stream before. But I didn't really mark it down.
Running all the way. Yeah, this area is was a little bit of diamond for me.
I sure love just randomly taking fucking damage for no reason. That was cool.
Randomly running into a cave at this low level? Holy crap. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go.
Yeah, there are Minecraft world seeds you can do. You don't have to download a world seed. You just have to know how to put the world seed in when you're generating the world.
I was gonna say, like, isn't the world seed just something you can plug and play? There's no, like, internet necessary?
Yeah. But I do get what you mean though. Like, there's some cool seeds out there we could do. I'm not looking to do a different world. Like, I get bored with the projects I'm working on. Guess what? That means it's time to fuck off to another corner of this world.
7.
Because I mean, look at this.
8.
This is cool. Oh, you play Pocket Edition. I suppose that would make the difference. Like, this is really cool. This would be a cool spot for, like, a base, but I don't want to do another base in the savanna biome. In fact, I'm really actually kind of not liking the fact that I'm in a savanna biome and all of the fucking green things that I wanted to have on my base look ugly as shit because they're in a fucking savanna biome. Oh shit.
You'd rather have it in a Athens biome, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Clearly. I would imagine, based on the fact that Athens, Georgia is the only one I've heard of, that one should, in all likelihood, win the ball. But again, none of these are particularly big cities. What is its standings right now?
Oh, Athens is winning.
Yeah, no shit.
Athens, California.
Okay. I see you got some people in there.
I did tell you where I was gonna go with this at the end.
Yes, I know, I know. I'm like...
And yet you wanted specifics that I said I probably wasn't even gonna give.
Well, your poll will have an end to it, and people will be able to see the results. I was merely asking for which one is currently in the lead. And you said Athens. Yeah, I get that. But anyway, New Hampshire is currently in the lead on mine by 1 vote. Over...
oh, you know what?
New Jersey. You didn't vote on mine.
I need to vote.
You're gonna be so disappointed. You gotta see what's currently the standings are once you vote.
I'm assuming New Mexico's last. Y'all, what the hell?
Yeah,
Eat the underwater temple and drink the ocean? Ugh, God. It's a tall order, my guy. 0% on New Mexico, guys? Come on now.
Well,
you gotta vote for, like... It's not even the best state. I can't.
I was gonna say.
I can't lie.
I happen
you gotta vote for the best shithole. It's way better than all the other shitholes.
There's one of those states on that list is not generally considered a shithole. Most people like it. Who
I like my red grassless state.
True. Your red.
There was literally a joke for the town that I was born in. Technically, they're like, yeah, when you cross the border from Texas, you turn left at the tree and you'll find us. Like, there's fuck all there. The dirt's red, barely supports any plants outside of a few varieties of cactus, and even that is sparse.
Come on. So
but New Mexico's got some cool shit.
So as of currently, New Jersey is very much on the heels. Like I said, dark horse, right? They're kind of, as far as the northern, like northeastern states go, they're easily the butt of most jokes.
Oh yeah.
As backed up by literally all the other 8 states, quote unquote, in the Northeast. But
well, I found like a fantastic spot, Dominic, for what you were talking about with the ravine base. But again, it's in a savanna biome. But this is a fucking cool ravine. I'm gonna screenshot it so we get the coordinates.
One of the options.
Athens, Greece should have been on the poll. That's kind of the entire point, my guy.
Because there's only one famous Athens, and then there's Athens, Georgia, that a few people who might know population statistics or are in the area know about. And then, yeah, there's one actual Athens that people know of and give a rat's ass over.
It's also like the only reason I picked the name Athens in the first place is because it's the only city I knew off the top of my head that had at least 4 options, so that I could make the poll funny for you guys.
I think it's funny that you thought of Athens and not like Springfield or Salem, which are kind of the go-tos.
Athens was the only one that I know for a fact there's at least 4 of. I did not know if there was more than one Springfield, because I only know of Illinois and Oregon for that one.
I think there's a Springfield for
what's the other one you said?
State. Springfield and Salem. There are one in almost every state.
The only Salem I actually know of outside of Pennsylvania, I think, is the Salem area of Virginia Beach.
That doesn't count.
Yeah, exactly.
So Salem, Oregon, obviously, you know, it's the capital.
The fuck it is? What?
Yeah. Salem, Oregon.
Oh, never heard of Salem, Oregon.
What? Alright. Salem, Massachusetts. Kind of known for something.
Oh, yeah, that's the one I meant, not Pennsylvania.
There probably is a Salem, Pennsylvania, because, again, Salem and Springfield are known for having, like, just about one in each state. But Greenville is another one of those.
But, like... Oh, okay, Greenville. But I know of 2... But you're kind of proving my point here. I know 2 Greenvilles. I know 1.5 Salems. I know 2 Springfields. Like, I've not seen enough. And I have years and years and years of, like, road trips and shit with my mom out to the American Southwest, where I'd have the Atlas in hand sitting in the front seat, like... helping us plan out the trip. And Athens was the one that always stuck out to me. It's like, damn, there's another fucking Athens.
Well, Athens is the kind of name that sticks out. Like, maybe you would have seen, like, multiple, like, Jonesvilles, but they wouldn't have really, you know, offhand seeing a Jonesville and then eventually seeing another one. You're not really like, oh, okay. Like, that's why some of the more boring names, like Springfield is quite literally, like, one of those... I can see why a lot of people named it that, however...
I'm gonna need you to sleep. I apparently
ETA on sleep is going to be about several minutes.
What the fuck, man?
Look, I'm not near my bed. I didn't bring a bed to go on this mining trip where space is something I expend all of.
God, it's gonna be faster to just kill some sheep.
I was gonna say, there's I can make it to, actually, where I mine is closer to your base. Hold on. I can make it to one of your caves in, like, a minute or so from here, I think.
Yeah, don't bother.
Don't bother? Okay. Won't bother. There you go. I'm gonna say, why don't you have a bed?
Because I'm 5,000 blocks away, and I left my tool chest at home.
Okay, 5,000 blocks is actually quite a bit. I'm not nearly that far away.
Well, I'm looking for, like, tall mountains again so I can get some emerald ore. I want, like, a little bit of all the ore blocks.
Ore.
So that I can decorate with them.
Hey, who out here waiting for that FNAF 2 to drop?
What?
Five Nights at Freddy's 2, the movie.
Yeah, it came out. Oh, the movie. I was like, the fuck are you on about? Like,
well, obviously not the game that came out like
fucking
10
decade
plus
and a half ago. Well, that's why I was confused.
I will.
You say some weird shit sometimes, and you expect me not to be confused about it.
I mean, it was a question not just to you, but to everyone. I really liked, honestly, Josh Hutcherson, underrated. All things considered. You know, we're well past his heyday, but pretty good actor when he wants to be. Also, Matthew Lillard, pretty good at doing things that are not just Shaggy.
Oh, didn't he play like Purple Guy or something?
He played William Afton. Or wait, it's either William Afton or Michael Afton. I can't remember which one it is, but the Spring Trap. For those who know. I'm tangentially aware of a lot of this FNAF lore, but I'm not like... Skoggle has a much better understanding of that than I do. He's actually a legit fan as well. I just kind of like, again, with when it comes to Sonic, I enjoy what's good, and I'm not like a super fan. But that's the way...
I need to actually play some of the games so that I know what I like of the Sonic games, but I do like Sonic.
I like Sonic X. I like the movie series.
The movies are great. Sonic X is great.
I like the GameCube Sonic games. Primarily, like, not in their entirety, but there were a lot of good GameCube Sonic games, including Shadow the Hedgehog and Sonic Heroes, Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, the director's cuts, I think. Springtrap is
like
William.
Shadow,
That's what I thought. That's what
like,
I thought was
actually,
William
like,
Afton.
legitimately, swear a few times in the Shadow game too?
He says "damn" when he dies. That's the one I remember. Having watched my friends play it, because I didn't actually own a copy. Way back when, but...
I never owned a copy either, but I had a friend who played it as well, and I remember... I was like, holy crap, this Sonic game has swearing in it.
Dude, Knuckles in Adventure, I think it's Adventure 1, says "dang" when you dig and don't find anything. And I was like, whoa, that's kind of pushing the agenda back when 10-year-old me thought, like, the crap word was generally unacceptable to say around kind folks. Granted, the environment I grew up in was like the sort of toxic conservatism that is more or less almost entirely emulated by the left now. So can't say the damn word. Can't say the crap. Dude, oh god. When I was like 15, and there's a group of teenagers, right? And someone like offhandedly said, "Oh wow, that sucks," and then they got excoriated over that. This is like pastors' daughters that were actually not the stereotypical pastors' daughters too, who were very nice young ladies, and one of them said "sucks." And good lord, you would have thought someone's gonna have an aneurysm. I watched Sonic 3 movie right after I got...
That's pretty fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Dude, okay, so one of my managers at work, she's got a foul mouth on her, so like she's not the problem here where the story's going. But she, the guy she's dating, right, is Muslim. He's from Dubai.
Oh.
And he told her that she's not allowed to swear anymore, or like
fucking
he's
what?
out. And so she's like, you gotta help me, man. Like you need to dial back your swear. And I was like, it's not gonna happen, dude. Like I've tried to dial back my foul mouth. I was like, I don't know how to get through to her. Like I don't hear the words leave my mouth. I don't understand how many swear words I've said until someone says later, hey man, you were saying all this shit. And I'm like, really?
Yeah.
My bad. It's like,
I'll be honest.
Earlier today, like, she's giving me some grief about it. She's like, come on, man. Like, we're friends. I need you to help me. I'm like, I tried to warn you. Like, I wasn't going to make it any easier for you. I tried to warn you. And she says, what's wrong with you? I said, a lot. Where do you want me to start?
Man, I can't believe someone from Dubai would move to Virginia Beach. I guess maybe their money probably actually somehow goes farther.
Yeah, from what I understand, he's wealthy, and he doesn't officially live here yet. Like,
he's like a temporary resident looking for real status.
Kind of, I guess. I don't know. I don't know the full scope of the thing. I was just
without speculation, just say a guy is from Dubai and is insane.
Yep. Yeah. That's just like, I don't know. Telling somebody you're gonna leave them if they don't stop swearing, it's just like, that's...
Dude's got a rough time ahead of him. I'm actually, no. If you're wealthy, then it probably doesn't matter. But I'm gonna say, like, in America, swearing a lot is usually not a deal breaker. Unless you're nuts, and men of a generally more conservative tint are substantially less likely to find women than liberal men at the moment, based on just the political demographic of economics.
Yeah.
So, but if you have money, it doesn't really matter. I mean, it does and it doesn't, but it's a different calculation there. But I mean, hey, if that's what you want and you just can't be around the swearing, that's on someone's individual prerogative.
don't know. It was just the whole thing as she was explaining it was one of those things. It's like I don't think it's about the swearing. To me, that sounds like red flags, but
oh yeah, dude. Well, I mean, cultural differences are just kind of always going to pop up as a red flag in general, because you don't know what that even means, really. You're not... I mean, you could actually just be well-versed in the ways of the United Arab Emirates, but, like, hell if I know if that's common.
yeah.
What I know? I know very, very little overall. I know that they have very strict laws when it comes to crime, and they're very affluent for a country, especially in that part of the world. So
oh well, it's mostly because of their like strict crackdown on crime. Like,
well, that and the oil.
From what I understand, they basically did the same thing Singapore did, where they're like, okay, we're gonna go to the extreme on punishing crime for a little bit, and we're gonna fucking clean up, and it's working for them. Like, I'm pretty sure from what I understand, like the UAE, especially Dubai, is one of the safest areas in that part of the world right now.
People will be like, I'm gonna leave my really expensive phone on the sidewalk and come back in a few days, and it'll still be there. Like that, there's a way in which that's like too extreme for me. I would be a little bit skeptical of wanting to live somewhere like that. You know, not a fan of crime, particularly. Don't usually have to point that out. Bop, 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 bop.
Well, you know, sometimes people are.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Also, I'm at the restaurant, that's why I don't have the volume up. That's fine. No problems, no problem.
Oh, tits. Oh, this is bad.
The breasticles. Time to go leave the cave I was mining in. Oh god, can I go up? There we go. Dude, everyone had a good time this week. The my life right now is sort of the semi-miserable of not knowing. I'm like comfortable in the sense that things are going well that I've been doing, but then I still have a lot of work to do, and honestly feels like a large slog of getting things done. And then there's the fact of it's July. I hate July. Well, it's July tomorrow, but I hate July.
No, it's... Oh, wait, no. It is tomorrow. I don't know why I thought today was already the 1st.
My mind is in July. That's why I said it's July, and then I corrected myself, because I was like, well, it's technically not July, but tomorrow and the whole rest of the week.
Oh, like, I legitimately thought today was the 1st.
Oh.
That's why I was getting ready to correct you. Like, no, it is. Ooh.
Meow. Meow. Oh shit, cactus.
Well, what do you know? I will actually have to wait till night this time. Not sleep away tonight.
March.
It's actually interesting seeing this here because I'm pretty sure... Okay, yeah, there is dark oak. Let's say, like, the Pale Garden biome is what I just ran into, is a extension, or like it's a subcategory of the dark oak forests, they'll only spawn in sections that have been marked for the dark oak subvariant.
Cracking open a cold one.
Not really cold, but yeah.
Well, I didn't even say what it is. I just heard a can. Branson, Missouri got a nice hotel. I am glad. I would hope that Missouri has a lot of nice all kinds of things for not too much money, because Missouri, I feel like Missouri's going to be on an upswing in the near future. It's overall not been doing great because the Midwest as a whole hasn't been doing that well, but you know, maybe less of it's going to be focused on Kansas City and St. Louis, and they actually have nice places to be. It's part of the issue. No offense to the Missourians in chat, but your state kind of sucks. And when I mean kind of, that's actually a pretty fair way to say kind of, because not in its entirety, just, you know.
So you're saying you do actually like legitimately mean partially and not entirely.
It's not complete suckage, only a little.
Doesn't June have 31 days? No.
June has 30.
It's what? 30 days has September, April, June, and November. That's the way the rhyme goes.
What? Okay, I just have it memorized. The months with 30 days. April, June.
Okay, so you don't know the rhyme then.
November. No, I don't know the rhyme. There are 4 months.
I've been here before.
There are 4 months with 30 days, and as I said, it was April, June, September, and November.
Then yes would be the answer to my question. Cool.
Oh, you said 4 different. I didn't hear the November part.
I didn't say October, so thank you for that little tidbit there, Zokiro. You're absolutely correct. It does have 31 days.
Yep. October is 31. I think, what is it?
This is cool too.
Half the months have 30 days or something?
No, it's like 5 of them. Or it would be 5 of them, but February is 28.
What? Oh. No, wait. All right, the 31 day months.
Because there's a weird double
March,
up.
May, July, August. Oh, 7. There are 7 with 31 days. 7 with 31 days, 4 with 30, and then one with 28 or 29.
What I just said.
No, I asked you how many have 31 days, and you're like, oh, I think 5.
No, you said how many have 30 days. Maybe you meant to say 31. I'll give you that, but you didn't say the 1. You just said how many have 30 days.
30 days. That's 4 still. Then, 4 of them have 30 days.
February is the length of a real month. Yes, it is the only one.
Well, we didn't do 13 months in a year, unfortunately. So.
Yeah, because ancient people were scared of the number 13.
Yep. We don't have
and the
January.
French still are.
The French?
Yeah.
Vive la France. Do they not have like fuller 13 on buildings and stuff like that?
There exists like an actual legitimate job where you can pay somebody to be the 14th person in a party.
Yo, that's wild. But what happens when someone leaves? Then that 14th guy can also get the fuck out, kind of? Make sure there are.
Well, if somebody leaves, then 2 people would leave, and then the 14 guy, I can't remember the word for it, would also leave with them. Yeah.
Insane. They're at least a little bit stitious over there. I don't know. Doing all the history stuff, like having read and listened up on and done some stuff, getting acquainted with the recent world history. Not gonna lie, French are kind of impressive. We'll say Italy probably deserves the flack that France gets overall, although they have really good food. Diamond, iron. Let's put the flint away. Put the bones away. No bones, bat it. Bone meal. Put gravel, tough, flint. Flint.
Yeah, I'll
Tough,
take these
tough.
dispensers too. Those are fucking expensive.
Oh,
Turtle
that's a lot of
calendars
tough.
are pretty cool, and we should have stuck with that concept. Yeah.
The what?
Turtle calendars.
Turtle calendars.
I'm not entirely sure what he's talking about either, but I think I can kind of vaguely understand based off of context. I'm assuming still to do with the 13.
Oh. I'll say I'm not. I don't.
I mean, I'm in favor of the Gregorian calendar. Pretty fucking goated. So.
Gregorian. Do we have extra chests on hand?
A couple of Catholic monks invented a calendar like 1500 years ago that needs tiny adjustments. They have they didn't just invent a calendar, they invented an entire system for correcting for lost or gained time periodically. Like they had this shit mathematically figured out to an impressive degree. Like,
do I even
1500 years ago.
Oh man, I am.
It's one of the few things that I agree with Neil deGrasse Tyson on that isn't cold hard facts. So.
Cold hard facts. Neil deGrasse Tyson's kind of an interesting person. I'm not gonna be all mean, but kind of like a
well, it doesn't matter who he's talking to. He always talks like he's talking to
he's very pretentious.
A child. Like he's always he's got his information most of the time. Like I'd say 85-90% of the time he is in fact correct on what he's talking about. He's accurate. But he's always talking to the people in like these interviews and shit. He's always talking to them like they're fucking stupid.
Well,
like, can we stop dancing around the fucking answer and you just tell me where you're going with what you're talking about, dude? Like I would just be offended to be having a conversation with him because he's sitting there like legitimately explaining shit to people like they're inept. Like,
yeah. No, I got you.
It's so unbelievably like belittling and rude.
What's a pillar? Can I condense this? Can I condense this? Alright, block of quartz bricks, and quartz pillar.
Yeah, fly home real quick so I can get a bunch of XP and then go back out. So I'm just gonna spend the rest of actually there's 15 minutes left. Yeah, no, the turtle shell one actually you explained that's pretty cool. 20. So what it is, Bulb. Turtles have exactly 28 segments around the perimeter of the shell and then 13 in the middle.
Okay.
So they have like the number of segments on a turtle shell is actually perfect for making the 13-month calendar.
Interesting.
When you forget the context. No, I got you. I'm not gonna forget the context of your comment as I'm looking at it.
Oh, I hear a piggy.
So a little trust in me.
Somebody's about to get dispatched. Goodbye. There we go. Neza quartz.
But also, what's interesting with that is, like, if we were to do the 13-month thing, I think it works out like there's basically let me pull up my calculator, and instead of just guesstimating and ultimately being wrong, I can just tell you how many days would be left over. Okay, yeah. So 13 times 28 is 364. You would have literally one singular day left over. That would be probably assigned to, like, the New Year holiday and not technically belong to any one month. Yeah, that's fair. Welcome, Lunar. Welcome. We're not doing anything important today. I already did the things that were kind of sort of important. Now I'm just kind of screwing around.
True.
Because I'm tired and, like, basically fucking brain dead.
Yeah, he is. I need to make more torches. Birch log. Birch log, make plank. Birch plank, make stick.
Fuck's sake.
Stick, make coal. Torch.
It's happened enough times, yeah. Oh shit.
Dot.
Oh shit.
Dot. What?
Iron golems will fight Enderman.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know this. It's very good information.
I thought they'd just fight anything.
They won't fight creepers. Endermen are docile until you look them in the eyes or attack them.
That's fair. Aw, man. Okay, hold on. 1, 2, 3. Boah. Boah. Oh, that's a lot. Put some torches in here. Walk over here. On fleece. Go over here. Coal.
Butter sword of magic slurping. I forgot we called it that. Oh.
Let's use the acacia. Pork dog. Pork.
Oh, horrible noise. Horrible, horrible noise. Yeah, I heal all my stuff up though.
Ba-da-ba-da-bum. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Blast furnace can go here. Shulker box. Shulker box. Blast furnace. Just
Oh, I'm sorry guys, but this is gonna last like 8 minutes. Did I put 8-minute ones in there? Or did I put the 3-minute ones in there? Okay, I did the 3-minute ones. So we're probably about halfway done.
Oh wait. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba.
God, I am so glad XP farms are so damn easy now. Okay, I think the spell ended. Or not the spell, the fucking thinking in fucking D&D shit.
Spiel.
The potion ended.
I activate my spell card. Alright. All that's in there. Let's cut this down and replace bang.
Oh.
Alright.
It almost got me.
We got the shulker line. Also, time to bottle. Or is it? There we go. Pretty much even Steven there. Let's add the little bit that this will net me. Oh, whoops. That was next to nothing. Holy crap. Alright. Time to go chickening. Gonna go replenish my dude a little bit. Where we end up probably ending off a little early because Jace needs to hurry up and make dinner so he can sleep. Let's go.
Yeah. God, did we get it all? Okay. So I want people watching on my side to understand just how insane that was. That I, you know, yeah. Oh, ooh, 6 levels. Whoop-de-doo. 6 levels from level 56 to level 62 is an ungodly amount of XP. And that's after fully healing every single piece of armor and equipment I have. Shit is insane. We got 6 minutes. I'm gonna use that 6 minutes to buy a bunch of glass from these villagers. Make a bunch of bottles.
Click.
Enderman, dude.
Bang. Time to nuke all of the chickens. Until we get enough XP. Dude, this chicken cycle is my XP farm here. Not nearly as fast, but about as satisfying. I have basically limitless amounts of seeds, and the chickens, man, they stack up real quick. away the eggs again. Ba 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 ba. That is a lot of feather. Holy crap! No, hold on. No. Where'd he go?
God damn, dude.
Kill it. Kill it with chickening. Alright. Chickens. Buy chickens. A lot of cooked chimkin.
Meow. The cat's over here.
Not,
It's not your cat this
Yeah, I
time.
was gonna say not the regarded cat.
It's the cats that I actually like.
Fair?
I'm kidding slightly.
Yeah, emphasis on the slightly.
It's a sort of joke.
I take very good care of my cat, but not really a but. I don't.
He's annoying as
I
hell.
don't want to. He really is. That there's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Hello to the chickens. What time are you gonna end off? Very shortly, actually.
I don't know, like a few minutes.
I plan on ending off.
My brain dead ass has to go make dinner still.
Yep. Time to.
'Cause I started marinating chicken. I gotta cook it.
Sir.
I gotta figure out what I'm doing tomorrow. Excuse me. Oh god, I hope my corn tortillas are still good. I might have to, I like legitimately might actually have to make corn tortillas still.
Oh yeah, that's right. We have some lying around.
I hope to god that pack I have sitting on the counter is still good.
It probably is. I mean,
I would hope the store-bought ones are, that's what I'm talking about.
yeah.
But the homemade ones are very questionable. I'd
Correct.
have to...
Chickens are healthy for you. Very healthy. I would say I'd go as
The
far
government's lying to you about what part of the chicken is healthy, but yeah.
as... What do they say is healthy?
The breast meat.
I mean, it's not that
It's
unhealthy.
not that it's not healthy, but
It's not as healthy as it theoretically could be.
it's not remotely the healthiest part.
No. It is remotely the most easy to use part and is laden with protein.
Lean meat is the least healthy part of the animal.
Yep.
Outside of the least healthy edible part, the least healthy part
Yeah.
that you should be eating. Obviously, eating the intestines is probably not good for you
No.
at all. In fact, it's probably actively bad for you.
Especially chicken intestines.
Yeah. Or brains, because that's a thing too.
Yep. Well.
Because I was doing some research on like meats and whatnot that are common in Mexico, and like
There we go.
trying to come up with some ideas on other things to learn how to cook and whatnot. And it's like, oh, what's this lingua thing? Oh, it's tongue, cow tongue.
Lingua?
That's a delicacy.
Yeah,
cow
it
tongue,
sounds
cow
like a
brains.
lingua. Sounds lingual.
Mexican cultural food. There's a lot of parts of the cow that get eaten that probably shouldn't be.
Well, sometimes...
Tongue, eyeball, brain.
Sometimes the Mexicans were poor.
The less than favorable parts of the cow. Although that's popular all the way up into like fucking Colorado too. Rocky Mountain oysters.
Heyo, bull balls.
All right, well,
not a
I'm
bulk
gonna hop
product.
off the call real quick, do my outro, and then
Yeah,
go
we'll
get
also
started
do the
on
same.
probably making dinner.
Keenan Thomas said, "Eat the food, chickens. They're healthy for you." Also, Bulb, I made you some steak with green beans. And Jace, I got you some bacon burger with onion rings. Why the hell did you get Jace
Hell
the good
yeah,
stuff?
bro!
Why would you get Jace the bacon burger with onion
Let's
rings?
fucking go!
And you gave me the steak and green beans.
Oh my god, a bacon burger with onion rings sounds so fucking good.
Come at me, hoes.
You said that was Keenan?
Yeah, it was Keenan.
Thank you, Keenan. Alright. Peace out, Bulbs chat. I'm gonna do my outro real quick.
Yeah, he is. Peace out, Jace. Gotta go see it. Well, kind of similar story here. Let's see. Let me just put crap up. Oh boy, let me put crap away. Oh, nuts. Nuts to butts. Chimkin. How many feathers we got? Jeez. We got the arrow chest. Gonna have to stick them all there for the time being. And yeah, we're kind of getting towards the end of it here. How about a nice little outro, guys? Definitely be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. We've got the poll results. New York with 25, New Jersey with 25 out of 8 votes. New Hampshire barely edged out the competition. New Mexico kind of trailing. Kind of an overall really balanced poll result, not gonna lie. Definitely be sure to check out. We'll be back 8:30 or 9 p.m. potentially a little bit later on the 4th, but Friday the 4th. But 8:30 or 9 p.m. every single day, tomorrow through Saturday. 5 streams in a row at the same rough time. We're gonna be doing Pokemon Black Nuzlocke tomorrow. Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask on Wednesday. We're gonna be doing jeez, I'm losing it. Terraria on Thursday with Skoggle, provided he's still good to go, as I've been told he is. Friday, Plants vs. Zombies, maybe slightly encumbered by the fact that I might be getting back from my parents. And then Saturday, hopefully doing the all-new Switch Saturday, if I have that set up. We'll be playing Pokemon Legends Arceus is my plan. Pokemon Legends Arceus. I'm going to be playing that game all the way up through to when the new game comes out. Bye, Keenan. Thank you guys so much. Definitely be sure to have yourselves a very good rest of the evening. I will be playing. I'll be playing some games this week. I'm gonna be working hard, hardly working, and working hard all at once. Paradoxically ridiculous. Have a good rest of your evening. Bye-bye.